Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Tundra map and we've got no Sana, no life in the ELC even 90. As you know, it's a tier 8 French premium light tank, one of the smallest vehicles in the game. It's a very low profile. It's got up on the go well. So just play around with this tank, getting consistent damage and spotting. So let's see how he uses the map to influence the game. Now he's bottom tier, and okay, spotted almost straight away by the 4202, which you can now see. So he's got to wait till he goes dark. He's going to back up into the bush here, which is good technique to basically practice. He's spotted quite a few more tanks. They'll know they're spotted, so they're going to move, or if they're smart. Yeah, back up basically so that you can exit the bush quickly in the direction you came from. So if you've got good reverse speed, you may not have to worry about that, but pretty useful for a light tank. Alright, so passive spotting at the moment, holding his fire so he doesn't get spotted. Try and maximise the use of this particular location. There's that FE. So you can see the distances there is half of his view range. And it looks like that FE's no dummy, he's got a mark on his gun barrel as well. And they've already lost one of their tanks. Oh, actually no, both sides have lost a tank there. So, early days yet. Now, this is a map where, yeah, a lot of areas that even if you spot, you won't get much help from your teammates because they won't be able to get their guns on it. There's so many obstacles around, like large rocks and different terrain, surfaces, etc. So at some point you've got to sort of take this into your own hand. But there you go, he's put his first shot in. There's double bush there, but okay, he's still got a list. That's probably that FP4202 again. So ducks out of the way while he's reloading. Standard practice for a auto-loading tank to get into hard cover. He's just going to come back into this bush and reversing again. And yeah, you've got to be careful. You're taking a risk. If they basically decide to go lit again, they'll try and blind fire where they think you might be, and obviously there's some obvious bushes around. So managed to get some spotting damage on that FV4202, and look, he's come to a spot where Nosana can actually put hits into him. So he's finally picking up some more damage on the FV. Now there's no arty in the game, so that sort of also puts a bit of a spoke in the light tank's wheel. It's, the indirect fire method is not there, so particularly on maps like this. Light tank would be more useful with arty. But now they can find the enemy pushing up actually quite aggressively. Particularly sort of through this middle here. Now he's pushed here, you could put shots into the M41 Bulldog, but again, when you get spotted, that's the risk you've got to take. So yeah, it takes the risk. Has he been spotted yet? Yes, he has. So might get another shot in because there's anyone around to take advantage of it. That's also the difference in this map. Not only do you have the ability for your teammates to take advantage of spotting, it sort of works both ways. So sometimes it is worth getting spotted because you might think that there's not much anyone else can do there. So anyway, keep spotting the enemy tanks. Again, it's just a matter of whether they can be taken advantage of. So almost 1/3 way through the game. I think he's got less than 1,000 hit points of spotting and 400 of his own. So time to make a change there and pick a different location. See if you can start clanking the enemy. So he knows the FB's gone. And there he goes, the Basante on 745. Can put a kill shot in there, but unfortunately the Basante just moves. He does get a kill on the M103 for the same reasons. He takes a hit in return, but okay, not too too big of a worry at this stage. One's up through the camp area, but that doesn't matter, they know where he is, so it's no issue there. But now he's gone dark, he can start to circle back. Do take a risk here of coming across enemy tanks, but may have been a bit reluctant to go forward. But hasn't spotted anyone so far. You can basically try and come up, get an angle, hopefully with some cover, and see if you can put some shots into it. The Sante's still there, so definitely you can take advantage of it. Oh, actually, that must have been the 103 saw with the low hit points. Oh, there is a Pasante, there you go, on 8 hit points. And there you go, gets the kill. So that must have been 2 in the game. Sorry, just didn't notice that in the team list there. Puts his remaining 2 shots in to the Carnarvon. Gets spotted again, but again, no one there to take advantage of that now. Carnarvon's now on very low health. Someone from the team is capping, or some of the other side is capping. As we can see from the mini-maps, most likely the Strip 103. He's can't be too occupied with that at the moment. Hopefully someone will come back and try and spot that tank. And he's got a chance to get rid of the Carnarvon, which he does. And there's the other Pasante, who he takes out as well. So he's now gotten rid of a few top tier tanks there. Got 4 kills already. Be careful, there's STA1 here. There's 2 tanks on cap, so they better get a reset pretty quickly or this game is going to be over. Oh no, one of them's gone off cap, so they might think they're in a winning position and time to get some more kills. So he takes a risk crossing here and he gets shot by the STA1 who's come up from behind. But he needs to come up here and interrupt the cap because no one else seems to be capable of doing it. He's got the Strip 103 and he is a one shot, so he's going to circle around and try and interrupt here. Actually gets in a position where he can shoot the side and takes him out, so that's been a great help there. Although you can see the plight of his team now. The enemy's got 2,500 hit points in advantage and 2 tanks, and Asana's on 5 kills here, 6 kills actually, takes out the Bulldog, so a nice blind shot there. And he needs to, well, he needs to, the team needs to, it's this WZ114 here, and in fact that's exactly what Asana needs to do, is come and help WZ114, top tier heavy tank. Here and help him survive if possible. These 2 tanks will be focused on the WZ, so he puts one shot into the ST1, he disappears, and then he puts another shot into the rear of the T95, which he's capable of doing, and gets his second shot in. Now he's on the reload, but that T95 is on, 2-shottable from Nosana's perspective. Can the WZ take more damage from these guys? He's got the STA1 coming from behind him. There's actual 3 tanks in the game here, so there's a standard B somewhere. Hasn't been spotted at all. So potentially an AFK tank, you'd think. Hasn't been spotted. No kills to his name either. Nosana gets rid of the the T95, and he gets reduced by the STA1 down to 132 hit points. Unfortunately, wasn't able to save the WZ114, but look, he's definitely put in as good an effort as he can. So on 7 kills now. He can confuse this STA1. He's reloaded now. Where's the STA1? He's got to establish that first before he can work out a plan to deal with him. Obviously, the major plan would be to come from behind and put in at least 1 shot and then run away and maybe put another shot in. So, as I said, the terrain on this map is so complex that you can pretty much hide until you get into proximity, spotting range, just about anywhere on the map. It doesn't mean hiding will be successful in the long term, but it does make it difficult when I'm searching for a tank. So deciding, right, well, I can wait for him to cap, then I'll know where he is. I'm going to find that standard B and make sure he doesn't have an influence in the game. So I think he'd be suspecting that the standard B is AFK. Given that he hasn't come to the assistance of the STA-1, and he knows the STA-1 has only got a couple of hundred hit points to his name. So that says of the 1900 hit points, most of them will be with that standard B. So coming down to the back end of the map. If he's not spotted, then this is sort of most likely location. And obviously this could be a player with no connection, or he has lost connection during the battle, or just walked away for some personal reason. Not a good thing to do during a battle, of course, because you're disadvantaging your own team, but yeah, not much you can do about that sometimes. And see where the enemy is. Oh look, he's found the STA-1. He's facing the other direction, so he puts one shot in and gets the kill shot before the STA-1 can react. So that is a good result. Now, of course, the standard B still hasn't been spotted, so he's got a good suspicion now that that's an AFK tank, which will give him some free damage if that's what it is. But you've got to be cautious. Maybe the player is just one of those likes camping at the back. Now he's found him. He still hasn't reloaded yet. And yes, he's got his gun pointing, so he got into the game at some point. But yeah, clearly not here. So this is just basically free farming. He's got 3 minutes left, so he'll be able to reload and clip a few times before the time runs out. So this is basically farming for free, which is basically a nice gift at the end of the game. Pretty bad luck for the other team that top tier medium tank wasn't participating, because it's a pretty dangerous tank. So game over for the team, and we might just cut to the end credits here because we know this is going to be a victory. So great game there for Osana. Let's go and see what total he gets. So quite a collection of medals there. Top Gun, of course, for getting 6 kills, but more importantly the Radley-Walters medal for getting at least 8. Got a bit of a gift there at the end, but he's got his 8th kill before that, so that's fine. Got the Defender medal as well for getting at least 80 cap defense points, and the Orlix medal for killing tanks that, at least 2 tanks that, or tank destroyers that are at least 1 tier higher. So bottom tier, and you get a good result for killing high tier tanks. So let's have a look at the team score. Wow, 1713 base experience, that's pretty massive there. Just under 4k of damage. Didn't get the high caliber reward, so that's interesting. So could have basically damaged one of his own team. I think that's probably the explanation there. Or at least it wasn't 20% of the total hit pool, which is the other explanation. So but anyway, the WZ114 he was trying to assist at the end did over 3k, as did the, must be 25 AP, not a Brask there, sorry, doing 3k, so decent output from those players. The STA-1 on the enemy team came up with the best result on that side, and with 720 base in a losing team, more than likely picking up an ace tanker for that, as possibly the Bisonte in second place, and even the T95 might have come pretty close to that. The T95 doing 3.8k, and an Object 705 that we didn't see anything of doing 3.8k as well. So look, all around a pretty tough game, and very much let down by the standard B. And where is the standard B in that? Well, actually did 1,000 hit points of damage, so he must have AFK'd at some point during the map, maybe disconnected for some reason. It is not an impossibility on the Asia server. All right, so back to Osana's game. 28 shots fired, 27 hits, great accuracy, particularly from the ELC gun. It is not very forgiving shooting on the move. 24 penetrations. Playing without a premium account, so no reserves playing. He had some repair costs there, used standard ammunition a lot, so very little in the way of premium used and standard consumables, so he made a decent tidy profit of nearly 65k. It's another great game there from Nosana. Thank you for the content, very much appreciated. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, this is what we would like you to do. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.